where there's really at least a sequence of courses, so what we would call a pathway. And of course, if it articulates or connects to community college, then it's even that much better of a pathway. So I won't read them to you, but you'll see. Mount Diablo High School is unique in that it has, it's actually what we call wall-to-wall. So all students are involved in one pathway, career pathway or another. There's 4 major categories, but within each of those, there's actually 2 pathway options for students. So we won't go into the details of that. College Park High School has an actual, and you'll know we are still pointing out where it's actually Project Lead the Way. Mount Diablo is very much engaged with this national curriculum, Project Lead the Way. And so you'll see at Mount Diablo High School we have an engineering, at College Park High School we have the biomedical Project Lead the Way sequence of courses.
Joanne, can I ask you, said
Sure.
that we have a community college staff member and a high school teacher. Did I hear that incorrectly?
So
When you said the ones highlighted in red.
once our highlight means that there's an articulation agreement that has been developed, and that requires that a community college faculty work with a high school faculty in creating this agreement.
And the agreement is really geared around how to make a smooth transition from high
It's
school
about
into the community.
recognizing the instruction that goes on at the high school level as college level work, so that again, once the student successfully completes, goes on and enrolls, say, at Diablo Valley College, then they would actually get the college credit for the course of each of the high school. Northgate High School has 3 major pathways, and again, careers in teaching is a sequence of courses that has an articulated agreement with Diablo Valley College. Concord High School, again, we have, and again, they have Project Lead the Way Engineering. Concord High has Project Lead the Way Engineering. Some of these I haven't talked about are here. There's the California Partnership Academies. It's a long-standing funding source and a model that's been around for a long time. And so we have a number of those throughout the district. Some of these are those also. And then the computerized accounting is a sequence, of course, but the computerized accounting course is the one that's articulated to the city. And then Ignacio Valley High School also has Project Lead the Way Engineering, a health science academy, and that is one of the California Partnership Academies. And then again, they also have a careers in teaching sequence or academy courses. I think I just mentioned that we're all involved in Diablo East Innovation. It's a career pathway trust funded program, involves 10 school districts and of course all the community colleges. And so that's another piece of the work that's going on right now, is helping support this pathway development from our K-12 to community colleges. And then I wanted to mention that the AB 86 work is about community colleges and adult schools working very closely together. We're really joined at the hip right now, spending lots of time together. And career technical education is one of the big areas that we're looking at, so that students have a pathway going from what might be a short term, when I say get a job kind of training in adult school, but looking towards how they can maybe also get kind of college credit for that, so that they're encouraged to learn. Any other questions?
So a lot of people have questions about what we're already doing in our partnerships or agreements. But that's a little bit of background. Thank you. And so then Joanne kind of referenced too, and Vicki had mentioned this to me too, which really is what got me thinking, was the dual enrollment concept, which we don't currently enjoy that yet. And that was one of the discussions. So it'd be interesting to hear that. And I'm not looking at you, Joanne, but the community college board too. Or that conversation around dual enrollment versus articulation agreements. Because I think within our district, when we started that conversation, we had some interest in that dual enrollment concept of how we can, pump up the working relationship. So it'd be interesting if somebody has that background.
Christine, I think you have a question in the back of the room. I just have a clarifying question.
Yourself?
My name is Randy Tillery. I'm Senior Dean of Workforce and Economic Development at the Custom Community College District. I work with, actually, So I'm here, so yeah, I can talk about dual enrollment system. Hello? I probably don't need to. Go ahead. So I'll talk about dual enrollment, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a presentation that I gave to our board of trustees a couple weeks ago that sort of spurred them to ask me. It actually goes into a number of kind of the intentional transition concepts, dual enrollment goals, things like that related particularly to the Career Pathways Trust work. It starts with just kind of a brief overview of a couple things about my division. I work with the 3 colleges, with the deans of CTE and workforce development and all the workforce development directors. One of the things that's really changed about our district, I think, in recent years is that we really do develop our strategic priorities together around workforce and economic development. We don't really, people have sort of said to me, well, the colleges don't even talk to each other, they don't even work together. That's really changed a lot. We've really identified some key strategies that we think will have to really move the ball for students on the K-12 side, in terms of really making that an intentional transition from high school into post-secondary education in ways that really maximize the chance of success and that we think are really going to move the needle on things like completion and student success and transfer. So they aren't really separate discussions for us. There's really kind of 4 things that we feel underlie all of our programs on the community college side, the really kind of key principles. First is that relevant career pathways are really the route to college success for many, if not most, of our students. We know from the work on contextualized basic skills and acceleration, when students are doing education related to a career goal or something that interests them, something they want to do with their lives, they really seem to succeed at much higher levels. Particularly students who come from disadvantaged backgrounds who really struggle with kind of basic skills. The program should connect in sequences to support students' ability to continue their education while increasing their market value. Very few of our students come to a college, go for 2 years, and then transfer. They come, they take some courses, they leave for a while, they may go work for a while, they come back. Really what we're trying to build now are in and out systems. We really recognize that it's much harder for a student to just go straight to college for any number of years. And a lot of our students, the ones who want to serve the best, just don't have the economic freedom really to do that. So a career focus in their education allows them to develop skills to help them realize earnings, hopefully within their industry and area, so that when they do come back, what they're really doing is building skills to progress with. So you've heard probably a lot of discussion around things like stackable certificates. Every short-term certificate that we create, we are hoping is around a transfer to an AAS degree and transfer to a four-year college. We really are feeling right now, particularly true, I think the adult education work really kind of is an illustration of this. We need to be more community-facing. That the model of colleges sitting back and waiting for students to arrive and presuming they're going to be ready when they get there just does not work. Students arrive, they end up in remediation. We need to be community-facing. We need to be in the elementary schools working with our K-12 partners. We need to be in the adult schools working with our adult education partners. We need to be in the Career One Stops with the workforce investment boards, really helping build that bridge. What does that intentional transition look like? All those systems do phenomenal work and really do amazing work, but there's a disconnect somewhere between the students leave there when they arrive at our side, and really it's on both of us to really look at those students as shared customers and figure out what that bridge looks like.
I just wanted to say, Linda Mayo, our 5th board member, has joined us.
Well done.
Can I introduce one other person here this evening? Our County Office of Education is Christine Dean. So this is all right up her alley as well. So I'm happy to see the number of people here. So it's a great turnout. Thank you.
And so finally, really our goal, we would like the community college to be the first source for employers and industry to find the skilled workforce they need. Because we have the same issue. Students come to us, they complete programs, they wander out, and we're not sure what always happens to them. So getting better about that tracking from K-12 or adult ed into community college, from community college to the employer, and then building a loop so that we're really constantly fine-tuning and improving our program so that when employers want to hire someone, they call us. They're not waiting for folks to arrive. I'm going to go to my community college. So very, very quickly, I'm actually not going to go over all these grants. This is to give an illustration of how the level of grant activity going on. We have a number of grant projects related to the adult workforce. One is the East Bay Career Advancement Academies, which are cohort-based short-term CTE on-ramps for young adults who have barriers to educational success. Some of you may have heard of Design and Build and Ship It. It was a $15 million Department of Labor tax grant that includes 10 colleges.